On the news tonight, Governor Makinde says vagabonds inside PDP have been expelled. Former Minister of Justice Malami Song arraigned for alleged abetting of terrorism financing. Senate confirms nomination of Justice Joseph Oyewole as Supreme Court judge. And on the foreign scene, NATO Chief Rutte reaffirms alliance's commitment to Ukraine during visit to Kiev. Good evening. This is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. I am Femi Ojo. The Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has said individuals he describes as vagabonds who once held sway within the People's Democratic Party (PDP) have been expelled from the party, declaring an end to internal destruction in its affairs. Governor Makinde stated this today during the unveiling of the Oyo State PDP Secretariat in what appeared to be a response to comments earlier made by former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. On Monday, Wike, the Minister of the FCT, while speaking at the party's 105th National Executive Committee NEC meeting in Abuja, had vowed to protect the PDP from what he described as internal vampires and also declared interest in the activities of the party's Oyo State chapter. However, speaking this afternoon in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, Governor Makinde said the party had now rid itself of elements responsible for persistent crisis. According to him, the group gained prominence within the party after the PDP lost federal power in 2015. The PDP faction, led by Abdurrahman Mohammed, has officially scheduled its national convention for March 28 and 29, 2026 in Abuja, following its 105th National Executive Committee NEC meeting.
The first thing I want to say is in Yoruba land, we always say that if you see a house or a compound that is peaceful, the vagabond in that house has not grown up. The vagabond in PDP, they grew up in 2015. They had their time, and 10 years, a decade, they practice their vagabondsy in the PDP. But they have been expelled in November 2025. So no more vagabond in PDP. Two. So whatever it is that they are doing, you should be able to trace it back to their origin. In 2015, PDP lost power at the federal level. There was a gap in the leadership. Otherwise, those vagabonds will never have been able to take hold of PDP. And let me confess, I came into government in 2019. And towards 2023, I was yoked with them. But now I've repented. I'm not born again. But for them to hold PDP for another party to be in power, it is no, no, no.
And ahead of the Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced that over 1.6 million persons have been registered to vote in the poll schedule for in 18 days' time. Specifically, the Commission said the total number of registered voters in the FCT rose to 1,680,315 following a recent revision of the voters' register. The FCT Resident Electoral Commissioner Malam Aminu Idris disclosed this afternoon at the INEC Forum for Media Executives in Abuja, ahead of the February 21 area council elections. According to him, sub-racks have been created in Dute, Alaji, and Kuba Waterbury area council, as well as in Gwarimpa and Kabusa wards of the Abuja Municipal Area Council. He also revealed that elections will not be held in 4 polling units across the FCT because no voters are registered in them. Idris further stressed that the Commission is committed to maintaining an accurate and credible voters' roll for the forthcoming elections. And away from politics, labor unions have asked their members and affiliates under the payroll of the Federal Capital Territory Administration FCTA to resume work with immediate effect. The directive containing a joint circular about the TUC and NLC today followed a marathon conciliatory meeting between the unions and the Minister of the FCT yesterday. The circular signed by TUC Secretary General N.A. Toro and NLC Acting General Secretary Benson Upa asked all affiliates to comply strictly with the directive in the interest of industrial peace. According to the unions, the breakthrough meeting was brokered by the chairman of the Senate Committee on FCT, Mohammed Bomoy, during which the grievances that have grounded activities at the Secretariat since January 19 were addressed. The union said all complaints by the Joint Union Action Committee, JOAC, were fully addressed to the satisfaction of all parties involved, with the minister assuring organized labor of mutual respect and sustained engagement going forward to ensure a harmonious working relationship. On to the court. A former Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami and son Abdulaziz were arraigned in the Federal High Court Abuja for allegedly abetting terrorism financing and unlawful possession of firearms. When the matter was called, the prosecuting counsel, Mr. Callistus Eze, told the court that the defendants were to be arraigned on a 5-count charge bordering on abetting terrorism financing and illegal possession of firearms. Following their not guilty pleas, the prosecuting counsel prayed for a date for the trial to begin, and he also asked the court to remand them in DSS custody pending further proceedings. For his part, counsel to the defendant, Mr. Shaibu Arwa, SAN, made an oral application for the bail of his client. However, the trial judge, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik, asked the lawyer to file a formal application for bail. She adjourned the matter until February 20 for the trial to begin. According to the charge sheet, Malami is accused in count 1 of knowingly abetting terrorism financing while serving as Attorney General of the Federation. In the meantime, the lawmaker representing Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has filed a counter-affidavit at the Supreme Court seeking to quash an appeal filed by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The counter-affidavit was deposed to by a senior legislative aide to the lawmaker and filed in response to Senator Akpabio's motion. The counter-appeal is in opposition to an appeal instituted by the President of the Senate arising from the proceedings at the Court of Appeal. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan urged the Apex Court to dismiss the application in its entirety, arguing that it discloses no prima facie good cause and constitutes an abuse of court process. According to the counter-affidavit, the Court of Appeal had already concluded hearing the substantive appeal on November 28, 2025 and reserved the matter for judgment. She contended that approaching the court at this stage amounts to an attempt to interfere with an appellate process that has reached an advanced stage and is awaiting final determination. The Senate today approved the nomination of Justice Joseph Olubunmi for appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court. The resolution of the Red Chamber followed his consideration of the report on his committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters that screened the nominee and approval of his recommendation. The report was presented by the chairman of the committee, Senator Adini Ayodele Adigbomire, APC Ondo Central. Lawmakers approved the nomination of Justice Oyewole when the recommendation of the committee was put to a vote by the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio. While wishing Justice Oyewole luck in his new endeavor, Senator Akpabio in his remarks prayed God to grant him the wisdom to do justice to all and sundry, irrespective of status. And away from legal matters, the Senate has called on the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to develop and enforce national guidelines mandating minimum stock levels of essential antidotes and emergency medicines in designated public and private hospitals. The resolution followed the consideration of a motion sponsored by Senator Adebule Idia Toluranti, APC Lagos West, which drew attention to the urgent need for the federal and state governments to guarantee adequate stocking, availability, and access to life-saving antidotes and emergency medicines nationwide. While presenting the motion, Senator Idiot noted that the country continues to witness an increase in medical emergencies, including snake bites, scorpion stings, poisoning, drug overdoses, and other forms of envenomation. The Senate further expressed grave concern over the reported death of Ms. Ifunaya Nwangene, who passed on following a snake bite in Abuja. Lawmakers described the incident as tragic and avoidable, stating that it exposed serious gaps in emergency preparedness and the availability of antidotes in both public and private hospitals. And to education, the National Examinations Council (NECO) has released the 2025 Senior School Certificate Examination SSC external results, recording a 71.63% pass rate. The registrar and chief executive of the exam body, Professor Dantani Ibrahim Ushishi, announced these at the news conference today at the council's headquarters in Mina. Professor Ibrahim Ushishi said the examination was conducted from November 26 to December 13, 2025, while the marking exercise took place between January 6 to January 21, 2026. According to him, 96,979 candidates registered for the examination, comprising 51,823 males and 45,156 females, while 95,160 candidates sat for the examination. The registrar disclosed that 68,166 candidates, representing 71.63%, obtained 5 credits and above, including in English and mathematics. He added that 82,082 candidates, representing 86.26%, obtained 5 credits and above, irrespective of English language and mathematics.
It's my pleasure to declare the 2025 SSC external results released. Candidates can access their results on the NECO official website www.neco.gov.ng using their examination registration number.
Now to security matters. Police authorities in Ebonyi State have arrested the coordinator of Amashiri Development Center, Anya Baron Ogbonia, in Afikpo local government area, and 2 traditional rulers over the killings in Okurujo, the local government area. 4 people were beheaded during the attack. The State Police Command spokesman Joshua Ukandu identified the traditional rulers as Onyadam Basse and Godfrey Oko Obie. SP Ukandu said all the suspects are currently in police custody and investigations are ongoing, adding that the command will not relent until everyone involved is brought to justice. Ukandu noted the joint operation was carried out by the police, the Nigerian Army, the Department of State Services DSS, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. He said that 10 suspects had earlier been arrested as investigations continued. The recent killings in Ebonyi followed a long-standing land dispute between the people of Okurojo in Oso Eda community and their neighbors from Amashiri. In Abia State, the State Police Command has denied reports making the rounds that a bomb or improvised explosive device (IED) was recovered at the United Evangelical Church in Ehere Umola, Ogbo Hill, Aba, in Abia State. The command's public relations officer, Maureen Chinaka, in a statement this afternoon said it conducted thorough investigations through the divisional police officer covering the area and found no evidence of any explosive device. The incident was linked to an ongoing road reconstruction project by the Abia State government. The church, which had encroached on the road corridor, was directed to adjust its structure to create space for the project. The directive was not complied with, but the military intervened to ensure compliance. During the process, an iron rod, part of a pillar of the church structure, being adjusted, was removed by the military. The police emphasized that the object was not a bomb or any form of explosive. And here in Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke has extended congratulations to a former governor of the state, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola, as it marks his 75th birthday. A congratulatory message released by a spokesperson Olawale Rashid, the governor described Prince Oyinlola as a prominent figure in the political history of the state whose service has helped shape the state's democratic journey. In a post on his X this morning, Governor Adeleke highlighted the significance of the milestone, noting that the 75th birthday offers an opportunity to reflect on leadership, service, and the value of experience in building the nation. In Kano State, the government has sympathized with traders who were affected by the fire outbreak that gutted goods worth billions of naira at the popular Singa market on Monday. Governor Abba Yusuf, in a statement, described the incident as unfortunate and deeply distressing, while assuring the traders of the administration's solidarity and support as they navigate the difficult aftermath of the disaster. The governor assured that the government would explore practical ways to assist the affected traders in collaboration with other stakeholders so as to cushion the effect of losses recorded. The state government asked all relevant authorities, particularly the State Fire Service, to intensify efforts in fire prevention measures and public enlightenment campaigns in other markets and commercial centers across the state. President Tinubu says Nigeria set to partner with allies on affordable clean energy. We'll bring you more on these when we return. Stay with us.